Alright, hello guys, JF Official here, and today I want to discuss with you guys my little planned mod for my little Razer SX500. Now, I'm going to begin posting videos as soon as I get all the mod stuff and everything. Now, a little while back I planned on doing a mod on my little crazy cart. However, I was kind of brought by major setbacks, including the fact that a kit was like around $700 to $900. And another thing is that this thing is kind of in mid condition. Like, I mean, look at the wheel. I mean, wheels are rusted out there, so it wouldn't even be worth it to do it on this thing anyway. But I still have a little life on this thing, other than the fact that I might replace these things, but I'm not going to worry about those right now because they still perform just fine. Anyway, so I noticed that the battery started dying out, and so I didn't just want to get new batteries. I wanted to take it on another level. By doing research, I would only need parts for about $300 to $400 for this, considering most of the other small parts I would get, such as a little fuse, a junction box, solder and wires and all that. I could use little credits I have on Amazon for that. But all the other stuff, all the two other parts, I need a motor and then a battery, which will add up to around $300 to $400, which I'm paying with my money from my bank account, so it doesn't matter. Now, and maybe it's a good idea to treat myself for my birthday coming up. But, so here's a little discussed plan. And don't worry, I'm going to be getting rid of these because they suck. So the little plan is that I'm going to upgrade this, raggy 500 watt motor to a 2000 watt motor because they didn't have 1800 watts. And then I know I really don't have to worry about it, but in case I could install a heat sink on this, but I think 2000 watts is enough to pull me. Now, the battery that I am going to be getting is a 1500 watt, although this is just the rated power, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do about it, considering the battery suggests below or equal to 1500 watts, even though it's going to be 2000, because I mean, like, I'm only familiar with like the 1800 watts, not really the 1000 watts, and plus that's kind of weak, let's face it. Then I know I'm going to have to replace this, but not a big deal. What I could do is that with these little holes right here, I can drill a little new 48 volt port right here. Right now I have 3 12 volt lead acid batteries in here, which are pretty heavy. Now, I plan on getting a 48 volt 20 amp, maybe a 14 or 20 amp battery, lithium ion. It's much lighter and all that. I just don't know if it's going to take up too much space in here. Like, I doubt it will. Like, maybe it's a good idea if I measure it real quick. I have my measuring tape now. I normally looked on Amazon, but I saw a few key factors. So, they are both new. However, I did notice some advantages. The one from eBay was cheaper. It had more power, and it was lighter. And it's kind of a dubs, and it didn't even include free shipping, so I don't need to worry about that. But we need to measure this real quick. From when I went on there, the batteries were 5.58 inches. So I need to measure the diameter, and we have a diameter of about 8 inches, so it should be good on that. And the motor is the same size, so I don't really need to worry about that. Then, I will be replacing this throttle since I will kind of need to, and I will also need to change the control unit, because it's obviously going to be a higher wattage and everything, and unfortunately that's going to say bye-bye to this charger. But if I really wanted to, those batteries aren't too bad. I can experiment those 3 batteries on this thing to do an overvolt. However, I might need to put a heat sink on this just to prevent overheating because I just got a new motor for this thing. And I know the lithium-ion batteries are installed with all these good stuff, but just for precaution, I'm gonna install a 40 amp fuse on here, you know, just in case. I mean, come on, you can get a bulk of them for like $7. All you gotta do is just pop out the old one and pop in the new one. No wiring or anything, so just pop it in, and it's all good. Now, nothing else. I was thinking of maybe changing this wheel to the wheel on the MX650, the 16-inch. However, I think it looks better with this. And soon I might consider replacing this fork, considering it's weak, and maybe the new suspension, but I'm not gonna worry. And you're probably asking, I could just get a new lithium-ion battery, but you know, it's kind of got to go a little faster. You know what I mean? And plus, I mean, I'm getting pretty heavier, so this thing's kind of struggling upon me. Like, I'm around 150 pounds, so kind of struggling to get me. And I know these tires look a little worn out. I mean, like, not just a little, pretty worn out. I mean, hasn't seemed like 3 years. So that might be a new thing. Or I might just install RSF650 wheels on here to make it like a little supermoto. And I want to point out, because this is the SX500, it will be a lot easier to get a lot of stuff in here. Like, maybe I can drill a little thing under here, right, to keep the control unit, then put the battery on top, and then Velcro it down, because it doesn't have one of those trays. It doesn't have the tray that the MX500 and the 650 have. And there's a lot more room in here, so that's a good advantage. So I shall keep y'all updated on what I'm gonna do next with this thing, but I guess we will see where it takes us. Anyway, and like I said, I'll try to post some stuff on here, you know. And yeah. Y'all been wondering why I haven't been really posting a lot. You know, I've been having school and lack of ideas, so there's your answer. So I'll peace out with y'all.